Roger, you're transitioning in a million times right now. Every time you hit the T button, it transitions it.
Profit First Marketing.
Hey guys, what is up? My name is Dustin Constantino, the CEO of Net Worth Marketing. Sorry we're a little bit late here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. This is episode 1 of Profit First Marketing, or Profit FM for short. I have my co-host here with me, Roger Chino Cordoba. He's the CEO of Chino Designs NYC. Welcome to our live stream for the first episode of Profit FM. Glad to have you all here. This episode, really what we're going to focus in on is we're just going to introduce ourselves. Me and Roger are going to go ahead and introduce our backstories and where we came from, where we are now. And then we're also going to dive into what's the purpose behind this podcast altogether. Why did we start it? What was our motivation behind it? So Roger, I'm going to let you take it away with your background story first. And then after we go through our backstories, we're going to talk a little bit about the purpose, and then we're going to jump into what you can look forward to in future episodes on our podcast. So Roger, you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure, man. Sure. So first of all, thank you, Dustin. I'm so excited for our new episode here. This is a milestone for us moving forward. And, you know, this Profit First Marketing is just something that's going to be extraordinary. It's going to give you guys a whole bunch of value on the back end, and it's going to be ridiculous. So anyway, most of the people who are watching right now never heard of who we are. My name is Chino Designs NYC, owner of Chino Designs NYC.com. I've been around for 20 years, and my thing is creative branding. So I started off as a graphic designer, really got into the video production aspect of things, and then started helping business grow through marketing. I've worked with so many companies. I like to be modest here, and you know, it's just
there's no modesty allowed.
A lot of companies that I've worked with, just to name a few. I've worked with Pixel Mob. Shout out to Christopher Pirelli, we've worked with a lot of people like Joe DeFranco's. I've worked with BMW. I've worked with Sports Illustrated. I've had the pleasure to also work with Telemundo. A lot of Fortune 500 companies, a lot of gyms, CKO, kickboxing. There's just a multitude of companies. It's been a long time. So we come with a wealth of knowledge. We come with a lot of experience. We come with a lot of stuff that's going to help you guys grow your business on both aspects. Whether you're a business owner, an entrepreneur, you're going to take away a lot of stuff. And Dustin's going to break down our core idea of why, the reasoning why we actually started this podcast. It wasn't something that, we had it on the back of our minds for a long time. We spoke about it for a long time. Me and Dustin met online, and there's a lot of stuff that's going to go behind this. The driving force for this is tremendous. All the experiences that we went through, all the failures, all the stuff that we're going to give you all that. We're going to basically be those people that are going to help you with your blind spot and not get rear-ended, because that's just the way that life goes. There's a lot of people that out here, the whole marketing, the whole marketing space. There's a lot of things going on that people are having bad experiences. They're making a lot of mistakes. So, to be able to help you guys out is going to be our pleasure. It's going to be something. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully you guys engage and share this, because this is very valuable. So once again, I'm Chino Designs. Been around for a long time, and you'll get to know more of me as we move forward.
Awesome, Chino. So my name is Dustin Constantino. Obviously, like I said earlier, I am the CEO of Net Worth Marketing. We are a consulting agency that helps train marketing teams in-house to build them a profitable marketing foundation for their business alone. Now, where I came from, I actually started off as a social media marketing agency. I started off in Tai Lopez's course, his SMMA course. I know a lot of my friends in my network here also started on that course. It's how I met a lot of really great friends we're actually be bringing onto the podcast as well. I met Brandon Stevens because of the SMMA course. I met him through a future program that we took together. So we're going to have Brandon Stevens on here. He's a really awesome dude. We'll have him as a guest speaker later on down the road. But what I actually just started doing was actually just started managing everyone's social media marketing. Now, at the same time, I had a lot of stuff going on in my personal life as well. I had just become a father. I was 19 years old when I had my son. He's about 3 now. So ever since that point, I started my business when I was 20. And now I'm 22, so I've been doing it for a couple of years now, but I've been studying marketing for the better part of 3 years now. I've been through a lot of different experiences. I've had a lot of different clients. I've been able to produce a lot of different results for those clients. Actually, Chino was one of my clients. I've been helping him out with all of his Photoshop Bootcamp stuff, which you're going to hear more about as we go through this entire podcast. But I really helped Chino, tell him how I really helped you out with all the stuff that you were launching out with, your Photoshop stuff.
Well, if you're watching this and you've probably heard about, if you haven't heard about funnels, you're probably living under a rock, right? So how that happened was a catalyst that happened. Once again, if you haven't heard about Russell Brunson, the creator of funnels, then you definitely living under a rock. And if you're living under a rock, you should be subscribing to this channel because you're no longer living under a rock. And we're going to let you know what's going on. So with that being said, there's a lot of skills that's involved with building these things out. My main thing was being able to acquire more clients and obviously build my business. Dustin, when I met Dustin, it was in a webinar just like this. This is not a webinar, actually. Obviously, it's a podcast. But we were able to connect right off the bat, and he was able to give me those tidbits that took my business to the next level. I was stuck, all right? I think I was at like 60 grand, 70 grand, whatever the case may be. And he was able to build these things out, right? We built out the automation machines, which that's what you need to. I mean, I worked in my pajamas and my sandals, and I was able to crack 6 figures, and I owe it to him, and then after that, we definitely scaled from that point on as we started working together and ingesting a lot of new courses that came out and understanding all the aspects of that. And that's why we want to pay it forward. That's why this Profit First Marketing exists. And Dustin is at the top of that. He's an expert, and I trust him. We're partners. Aside from all that, we're really good friends. And I definitely shout out to him. Congratulations to him. He just got married.
Yeah, you were my groomsman, man. You were one of my groomsmen in my wedding.
It's funny because it's like, it's so ironic because the people that you surround yourself with, sometimes there's a lot of people online now, shout out to Daniel Viega, Ross, and all those guys, man. They, if you see them, they basically, those guys they never met each other for months, and I think it was like a year. They didn't even meet each other, but that's how it is. That's how the internet is bringing people together that are like-minded, and they are able to grow their businesses quickly, just like me and Dustin.
Absolutely. And then along with, Chino being a client of mine, I've also worked with Crunch Fitness. They're a large fitness franchise. I've worked with different luxury home remodeling companies up here where I live, which is in Northern Virginia, Loudoun County area. And I've been able to produce a lot of different results for, real estate agents and brokers and accountants and just a bunch of different people that I've helped out one-on-one or as a client or whatever the case may be. I really wanted to bring my expertise, and Roger wanted to bring his expertise to the table when it comes to all this stuff, because just so that we don't ramble on here with our background stories, I wanted to go ahead and hop into the purpose behind why we actually started out the podcast. So as everyone knows who's watching this, that's a marketer or you're a business owner who needs to get better at marketing. Marketing, digital marketing in of itself is extremely saturated right now. And it's only going to become even more saturated as time goes on. Now, with that being said, there are a lot of people that are jumping in and they're going through a few Facebook courses. Now, these Facebook courses on digital agencies might tell you, oh, start charging $3,000 a month up front. Oh, start charging $5,000 a month up front. Oh, do this, do that. When I started my agency, I charged $0. And the reason I did that was because I did not yet feel confident in myself. I'm a very ethical person when it comes to business. I did not yet feel confident that I could that I could bring someone $1,000 a month or $2,000 a month. So I started out, on a couple of courses, but I really wanted experience before I actually dove in and started charging people. Now, that's a very controversial topic, and some people will disagree with me not charging anything at the very beginning, and some people will be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. There's a lot of ends to that. But now, I'm charging premium pricing because I've been able to produce those results for people over the past 3 years. I've been able to produce those results for a lot of different businesses. But you see a lot of marketers going in, because I'm a part of a lot of different Facebook groups, and I see a lot of new marketers come into the game. And what they're doing is they're going in and they're charging someone $2,000 a month. Now they go into the Facebook group and say, oh, I just got this new client. How do I market for this niche? How do I market for this specific business? And what that tells me right off the bat is that, okay, these people are new. If they charge premium pricing, they're more than likely going to burn the business, because it's not instant that you master these skills. It's not instant that you master Facebook ads. It's not instant that you master Google AdWords. It's not instant that you master email marketing or any component that goes into digital marketing altogether. It is a process. It takes time. It takes effort, and it takes experience to truly master what is going on. There's still a lot I have to learn, but I know enough to the point right now where I can produce results for basically any business, because I've transitioned out of being an agency into being a consultant that trains in-house teams, because these business owners want to keep things in-house most of the time. So I now offer that to my clients. But what we're trying to eliminate today, so many marketers that are brand new that charge premium pricing that can't deliver. They overpromise because, and I know this because I went through it. When I got my first client on board, I wanted to give him the world because I wanted him to pay me money. It's as simple as that. And that's everyone else out there that's jumping into digital marketing altogether is doing it because, well, you can make a lot of money from it. And other people are like, I truly like marketing and that's why I'm getting into it. But most of the time, oh, I can make a quick dollar here, so I'm getting into it. So it's like
the marketers out there, their main agenda, you're right, the main agenda right now is driven by money.
Right.
Driven by money. And then you hear it all the time, like, and that's the current state right now, is that you're getting all these business owners getting burned.
And so you get all these marketers that want to promise the first client the world. And then what happens is they make these huge, bold claims in the sales process, and they finally get that payday, and they're like, oh, yes, sweet, I got my first client. And then they can't deliver on those promises that they said. So they're over-promising and under-delivering, just burning any business that they touch, right? And that leaves a sour taste in a business owner's mouth. At the very beginning of my personal development, I listened to a lot of different motivational speakers like Les Brown and Jim Rohn, and I still listen to those people today. But one thing that Les Brown said was that one negative stroke is just as powerful as 8 positive strokes. One negative stroke is as powerful as 8 positive strokes. So what happens when a marketer burns a business owner and leaves that sour taste in their mouth, that business owner now on average has to have 8 positive reinforcements to digital marketing agencies in order for that business owner to again believe that digital agencies are okay, right? So that's the issue. And then, of course, that business owner is going to tell all of their buddies in the area, don't hire out to an agency. Don't trust agencies. I got burned. And I can't tell you how many calls I hopped on when I was still an agency with people that told me, Dustin, I've been burned by 8 marketers in the past. It's so astonishing. It surprises me. I'm like, as ethical as I am in business, I feel sorry for these people because they got burned 8 times. To get burned 8 times by do you know how that, put yourself in that position right now. How would that make you feel as a business owner? How would that seriously make you feel?
I mean,
you bring in someone, you put your trust in someone, you put your trust into someone that is going to promise you all these different things and back it up with fake case studies or whatever the case be, just to get the sale, and then they don't pull forward, and it happens to you 7 more times after that. I don't even know. I could not hire out to another agency ever again if I were in that position and got burned 8 times by a marketer. Instead of actually, I didn't do business with that individual, but instead of doing that, I laid out an action plan. I brought his marketer in-house on the phone, and I taught him an action plan that he could implement immediately and not outsource to an agency. Because to get burned that many times is absolutely insane. And actually earlier today, Mia Shark, if you're watching this is a shout out to you. Mia Shark is an extremely successful business owner, and we'll also have her on a podcast in here one week as well. But she has done amazing things in business. And today I saw a post that asked, who's been scammed by people? Who's been scammed by different businesses? And I told her I'm starting a podcast because based around the fact that all these marketers overpromise and underdeliver. Well, Mia, as successful as she is, just got scammed out of a sales funnel by a company. She paid this company X amount of dollars for a sales funnel, and that individual never delivered on that sales funnel. So it's everywhere. It's all over the place. It is
rampant.
everywhere.
It's rampant.
It's honestly, now look, viewer discretion is advised here because I'm not afraid to throw in a little couple curse words here. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Altogether. It's just plain and simple. You can't be a marketer out there that overpromises and underdelivers. So the whole purpose of this podcast is to make you a marketer that overpromises and then overdelivers on those promises. You want to flip the script completely. Marketing has to change. So we're here to make marketers great again.
But remember, that's one aspect, because you remember the marketers, you can only tell the marketers a certain thing. There's no way to actually control the way that they do business. So why does this show exist, right? You got to ask the question, why does it exist, right? The reason it exists is that we're going to ask the question, what would you do different now, right? Going in now, after you made those mistakes, or we make those mistakes relevant to business owners, is to be able to give them the tools to ask questions, to vet the people that they're going to be doing business with. So for me, role playing, if I'm going to hire a marketer, best believe I'm going to ask them for testimonials. Best believe I'm going to ask them for case studies. And best believe I'm going to ask them for the most important thing, analytics. And let me rewind a little bit, because we live in a world that it's all about instant gratification, right? You could get that $1 million pitch on the phone that marketer he's going to solve all your problems, right? These pitches are incredible because they hit all the pain points. They talk to the alligator brain. They build up that adrenaline. And then it's like, they sit back. So what are you going to do next? Right? The next thing you do is you're searching for your credit card. And you're not asking those questions that are viable for your growth and to not get scammed out of that. That's the most important part. That's why this is happening over and over and over. Look at Wall Street. I mean, look at all these MLMs out there, right? You know, they promise you the world. They say, give me this, we'll give you this, and then there's no results.
They sell you on a pipe dream.
Exactly.
They sell you on a pipe dream.
Pipe dream. So we're gonna expose that. Best believe you're gonna be on the show. You're gonna listen to the show. We're gonna put all these special steps together in PDFs and all that, where you're gonna have checklists. You're gonna have all the tools that you need. That's gonna be able. And this is not something where we're gonna upsell. This is free stuff for you guys. Why? Because there because be information out there. Because we went through it. I can tell you I've lost tens of thousands of dollars myself, right, to get to this point. But why should it be like that? Because there's no type of policies or anything controlling these mad marketers, let's call them, right? They're all over the place and they're just like money hungry, ready to pounce on whoever is the next and sell the next pipe dream. It's rampant, you know, it's ridiculous. And
now, just to make something clear, we're not just here to completely trash digital marketers that overpromise and underdeliver.
Sure.
We're not here to just trash the hell out of these people.
I'm here.
We're here because in business, it doesn't matter if you're a real estate agent. It doesn't matter if you're a graphic designer. It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer or an accountant. You're a marketer first inside of your business. Because with no marketing, there's no sales. With no sales, there's no business. You're a marketer first. So not only are we here to help digital marketers currently that are starting out that need to get better results for not only themselves, but for their clients. We're here to help business owners if they want to keep marketing in-house to make them better at marketing altogether. And then we're also going to teach you how to vet your clients for digital marketers. There's some weeks where we're going to talk about, because Roger and I have been burned by clients numerous times, whether it's no payments, late payments, no client obligations, whatever the case may be. We have been burned so many different times. As digital marketers, we're going to teach other digital marketers how not to get burned by clients, how to vet the clients the most before you even sign them on. We don't want you to go through that same stuff. We don't want you to make the same mistakes that we've already made. Yeah, Inside of my business alone, I've had 7 different business models that have all failed.
Yeah. And I see
now it's just It's a lot of trial and error. We have gone through a lot of stuff. We've experienced a lot of stuff. So we're here to bring that experience to you. We want everyone to understand that they're a marketer. No matter what industry you're in, you're a marketer first. And so we want to bring that knowledge to you, not only through what we know, but what through our guest speakers know as well, as we bring different guest speakers on as we go through each and every week. That's why we are here. We're here because we're actually going to do something about this problem that's plaguing the digital marketing world right now. We're going to fix this issue because a lot of people complain about the issue, but then they don't do anything about the issue at all. It drives me insane when someone visually sees an issue going on and then does nothing about it, but will complain about it.
Yeah,
It drives me crazy. So we're here to actually do something about it.
They don't have an actual solution for it.
Right.
And I think that once again, man, we could both rewind our lives right now. Just imagine if this podcast was available for us.
It'd be amazing. It'd be amazing.
The thing is that, knowledge transfer is very, very important. And remember, once again, let's look at it this way. We're not trashing marketers at all. We're here to help, at the end of the day. So marketers are going to gain a lot of this stuff. And what do I mean by marketers? Business owners, entrepreneurs. You could be in an MLM. You could be building your own personal brand, or you have a mom and pop store, or you could work for a Fortune 500 company, or you could be a millionaire. It really doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the processes are the same, but the formula is different depending on what the business is. So all that stuff is really important. And once again, we'll give you those tools to be able to leverage the knowledge base, because you need to learn in order to get to your goals, your plans. You need to have a plan. I mean, if we all boil it down, I posted up something the other day and I Googled it. I Googled, what's the number one thing that makes businesses fail? And it's planning. It all boils down to planning. And guess what? Maybe this questionnaire, this checklist on meeting you're hiring someone, and that checklist is like expectations that need to be met in order for you to pay them. They need to pass that test. It's an interview. You know what I'm saying? Then that would never happen. Now you've made a logical choice to be able to make a smart choice for your business and not get screwed over. And then you can move forward from that. It's the same deal if you're a marketer and client base. Okay, it's not just B2B, and it's even if you're a marketer and you're with a client, because sometimes clients have a totally different agenda as well. All right, I'll pay you later. I'll pay you later. Or you didn't do this, and they'll leverage this and that, and before you know it, they're taking advantage of you. You don't have a contract, and then you're stuck.
And that's why it's important, to set those expectations, not only with clients if you're a digital marketer, but also with your marketing team if you're a business owner and you have an internal team. Sure. To set those expectations up front. It's just extremely important. Now, if you're a scammer, if you're purposely scamming people, I have no sympathy for you, and you get everything that's coming to you, honestly. But if you are a marketer that's new, or you're new to digital marketing altogether, and you understand and you've already accepted that, damn, I don't know as much as I should right now, and I need to learn. Yeah. We are here to help you to transfer that knowledge over. We're about to condense years worth of knowledge into this podcast every single week.
Yeah.
Because we don't want you to make those same mistakes.
And you know what? There's certain things that if you look at, successful people, right? One of the main things they have is a mentor. Maybe you don't have a mentor right now, right? Maybe you're looking around. It's hard to get a mentor, right?
Or you got to pay the mentor thousands of dollars.
You got to pay a lot of money for coaching nowadays. I've seen coaching up to $25,000. All right. We know someone that gets
we do
$5,000 a day.
Yeah. 25 grand a day.
And is booked out. All right. So listen, it's very important, because guess what? It could be that one thing that mentor is going to tell you that's going to change your life. That's it. You say, well, I don't need a mentor. Da, 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 da. You know what? If you have that mindset, you might as well go back and punch into your 9-to-5 job, because entrepreneurs need mentors. That's why you read so many books. You could read 100 books, and guess what? Maybe 5 books really impacted your life. It's the same thing with mentorship. Okay. Shout out once again to Brandon, right? He's like the prospect whisperer, right? He made Because he made me realize something the other day, right? I think we were on a Zoom with him for about, what, 4 hours, 3 hours.
Something like that, yeah.
Right? Now, it was worth 10 grand. That session was worth 10 grand. Why? Because he made me realize my high ticket items. He made me realize that my value was way more than what I was charging. And I honestly was like, peace to all my clients. All right. And now it's all about helping people. Now it's all about mentoring people. That's the most important thing to me, because if I could teach you not to make the mistakes that I made, how valuable is that? It'll shorten the learning curve, right? You're not going to make those mistakes and you're going to get to the finish line quicker. If I tell you to cut left and cut right, you're not going to run into that obstacle. If not, you're running blind and you're assuming everything and you're going at it just by guessing. And guessing, you're going to run into something. I promise you that. Never try to reinvent the wheel. That's the bottom line. And that's why mentorship is very important. And podcasts like this, because we're giving this stuff away for free. But that's because this is important. Me and Dustin are on the same wavelength where we understand that we want to leave a legacy. This is very important to us to be able to spread this knowledge base to the marketers out there, the business owners, the entrepreneurs, those people who want to strive to leave a legacy, not only for themselves, but for their family, for their friends, for the community.
Exactly. Absolutely.
That was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I got to run. I want to be a politician, but.
So for each podcast, guys, we want to try to keep this around 30 minutes because I know that it's hard to ingest anything past that time. And I don't know if you're listening to this on your commute to work. I don't know if you're currently at work. I don't know if you're on your lunch break, but I think a 30-minute chunk is really the best way to go with all this stuff. So we're closing in on 27 minutes and 30 seconds right now.
Yep.
So I want to just kind of close out this episode by telling you like what you can expect in future episodes and really how this is going to be laid out. This is the pilot, obviously. So Roger and I will be working on different transitions, different intros, making this a little more official. You know what I mean? We're going to add the sound effects and have all the really cool bells and whistles on it, right? But how we want to lay this out week by week, we want to hear from you, the viewers, what you're struggling with in marketing. It's extremely important to us because that not only gives us content we can give to you to get value out of this, but so we can also continue to do more of these podcasts, just continue to go more and more and more and more. We want you to get as much out of this as humanly possible. We will also be bringing on guest speakers from different walks of business to teach you different things that they have done, explain their story, and then we're going to discuss a specific topic. And we'll be delivering that topic to you prior to us going live on a podcast.
Right.
So this podcast will be every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. We're going to broadcast it live at 8 p.m. Afterwards, the recording of every podcast will be available on anchor.fm. So if you have not already started, go to anchor.fm/profitfm and you can also go to profitfm.com and you can just click on the little anchor link to go and favorite us or follow us or whatever else. I'm also going to be creating a Facebook page as well to post all podcast episodes to after the recording has actually gone through. So you'll be able to see recordings of every single podcast we do. We'll throw it up on YouTube. We'll throw it up on Facebook. We'll throw it up on Anchor, and that will disperse us to so many different locations so you can listen to it wherever you are on the go, or you can join us live in here. We'll also be doing Q&A sessions inside of our podcast episodes so that for those of you that are here live, you can ask us questions based on the specific topic that we're actually covering. So that's it for this episode of Profit FM. Thank you so much once again for coming on in, and look out for more announcements on next week's episode. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.
See you guys later.
End the live. End the live.